It's gonna be weird, right? Hello. Ooh, it's so dark. Well, anyways. Welcome to the third. This is so bad. Welcome to the word of the week, which is ritual. And the third week of the month is for that which is around the forms, the cover, and the constructs. One that touches that, eats the same flavors, smells. It's not just one's cover. It could be of an entity that one belongs, an entity of thoughts, a cover. Could be for the self, oneself. So, anyways, I'm just gonna look a little more normal here. I feel like a teddy bear. All right. I got this to paint rocks and another box to paint rocks because I was looking at the lady that works, and I told her that this doesn't have rocks, and she told me there's another box and it's bigger, and so I brought both. Because this one has like spatial space, sort of like space. So it would be like, you know, like looking for a rock. Where I used to live for 6 years, I walked all the park, which is like, is really big, and I only found one little rock. It's all grass and the garden for so many years. So here I'm in a totally new, I don't know which would be my park yet, because there are many around, it's a lot of green here. So I will see about the rocks, and, you know, just imagine that I am walking in the Holy Land. You know, what is the need to be fighting? It's ridiculous. When I was in the Middle East, I only talked about it when I was not working anymore. So my boss paid me to go to the lost city of Petra. So he paid a driver that does the tour. And so I went alone. I was very lucky. And I said, well, they took 500 acres of my family. And I'm very happy because, you know, the Holy Land is in your heart. But look at me, I am here in the Middle East. So otherwise I would be all bitter there fighting. For what? Well, I will have to look for rocks. I don't know. I've watched so many things in internet that is a collection of too many folders and folders within folders. of folders, and one of them is about painting rocks. I don't know if I would be into painting rocks, but I don't know if it could help some people to paint rocks too. It's good to not stress and just draw circles. So I thought, instead of paper, 'cause who wants to? What about painting a rock? Maybe to hold the door, things like that. Something useful. So I thought maybe I can go with the homeless in a shelter and paint rocks. They can put in their future home and remember. Because I have been homeless and I know what it was. But it's not good enough. We're not doing good enough with what's going on and the capacity that we have. So well, I gave one away, but this is very good juice that is new and is from Bolt from the Blue. So it's really nice taste because it has spirulina as well, the blue spirulina. But it has coconut water, guava, lime, apple. So it has this little acid, helps to give you some what that means, but I brought it already like 3 times. It's really nice, beautiful, and it's blue. I mean, it's just blue. Now here's dark, so it's a little bit like acid, but sweet and juicy, like refreshing. What are we gonna do with these things that we see online? Because wars have been happening. People were not looking at the war in Vietnam. And these wars that lasted so long, so I cannot help anymore if these wars keep going. So I don't know how I ended up looking in YouTube from one thing. I ended up looking at 3 Days of Darkness. And then I ended up into wax bee candles, which burn it gives a good energy, like it burns the negative ions, or because I think the positive ions are good, so it burns the positive. I don't know. So I was like, oh my God, like these uploaded videos from before October saying that this premonition for October. And then, well, at least maybe Ukraine war. We don't know about the Ukrainian war. And maybe they just stop the war by looking at Because what is Russia gonna do? Are they going to? What are they gonna do with? Because when wars happen and people want to be allied, like what is this? Is this? It makes sense, really? Like. So I don't think Russia has been transformed to stop. I think eventually it will stop, right? But who knows when? Gosh, really? I had to take another light home, and they turned the lights off here. So they say they rent this place 24 hours, but if I don't bring my lights, I will be in absolute darkness. Which I should, because it's time to sleep, really. So, uh, all right. I think the best is to just keep one's ritual, I guess. So I was looking around for a nice place to pray. So today the landlord said, "Yeah, we have one right next door." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Sometimes I go to the cemetery more than going to church because I find more silence there. I think the silence is deeper. So it was 2 weeks ago. I was walking behind a church. There was a cemetery, and there were people taking drugs, like injecting. There's a lot of drug addicts here and homeless, but I guess it's an area. I don't know. It's I hope everyone is doing okay and everyone has their own rituals with their family, with their time to eat, with getting better and better doing that, which is repetitive pleasure. And gets better and better. Um, I should be more engaging with what I like to do, and I felt I have oppressed myself to not share until I get paid, so it can roll. It should be out of playfulness and conditional love and that, but I don't buy that because people take advantage, and that's not the point. So, well, as people are taking advantage in wars and doing pacts that are made from money, the Bible has the Old Testament, so there go the Jews. In the Enlightenment era, you had 300 years of Jews and Christians getting together and talking about sharing mystical things from around the world in secret. After church, they will have private, but that was to make money, to make business, to get abstracted, I guess. Yet it is beautiful that people have their own ritual. In OCPD, we like to have a ritual. So when we are out of an order, we can get very stressed or like very nervous. We don't like to be without a systematic order where everything is repetitive. And we do have, for certain, like a feeling of like of relief because it's perfect. Is we have achieved that goal within our ritualistic duties along the day at work. So it's like a ritual. I joke about it at work and I say again and again and again, but people don't like it. But actually, I do like it. They don't find the joy out of it because it's for me like a meditation, a working meditation. But I've learned that thanks to people that work in that day and have the habit, the love of work. So I would love to work better. I would love to see the world in 3D, huge, and be able to walk around and see what the tech giants of this world did. So people from around the world can see the places that need help. Like right now with this new war that just pumped out, people could see where they could uh, help around instead of bringing immigrants. If there is room, great. I would love to be more active and just build my home at least. So many people that would love to build their new home in a new land. I guess I'm one of them as well. Oh, a mansion into a village. It sounds kind of like romantic, or it would be beautiful to see that we can do better and like faster, like people are can do it. I can see this map of the world all around. Like each continent could have one globe. As the United Nations exists, South America could have theirs. North America have theirs. Africa have theirs. But the same map of the world. I hope the Middle East can help the people that are from the same religion because the Arab, I don't think they have a continent, the Arabs. They are in Africa, in the Middle East, in between Russia and China, um, some parts where they are unwanted. I don't know why they're so hated, but it's a sad reality. But you don't see Jews making attacks, but it's very easy to have money from the Rothschild or the richest people and be taking over the land of others. So it's evil. It is evil. All this that is happening is not a land that is holy at all. I mean, in a delusional concept of a fixated idea, yeah, absolutely delusional. So, what would you bring to what would you bring to the light if you have something good to offer? And work on that. You know, just that is worth it for the world to put attention. How could you shine while these things are going on? Uh, there is hope for people to see that they could live in trust one day, that these things are really happening. Because I can trust. For me, it's easy because I know that I could just die any day or today. It's not that it doesn't matter. I don't have attachments, so it's easier for me to just trust. I have nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Because look, so I trust. Yeah, I have invested everything. I'm ready to die, so I trust that that's it. The death is every day there. So, well, I don't know why death is always like a negative thing, no? But we like to look at death as something that is never going to happen again. So that is why these wars exist. And at the same time, we have to learn to talk, share, and create negotiations. Stop talking monologues and try to create more uh, circles of energy towards conversations that could be role played as well eventually. Role play, not in a therapeutic way, but like kind of like in a Dungeons and Dragons sorts of way. That could be therapeutic in a playful way, but there is a mechanism that could be played as something that could be functional for the world and for one another that is positive. Because talking that it just alarms people. One shares information, one gets frustrated listening or imagining things that might never happen. But yeah, Some people of the Middle East, and many people feel identified with the terrorists, and they're happy because they're here. They were born here. They were raised here. And they're happy because they are Muslim. Even if they hide it, they feel empowered. They have killed so many people. So this is something that the Jews don't do that, but they do it in other ways with their great marketing skills to take over their land. That has to be noted. I don't understand why they support the Jews. I will say it again and again. This prime minister from Israel, he, he also looks evil. He has this, the way he talks also. I can't believe, really, can't believe it that people even put energy into this. So I don't understand the business of killing people. I can't understand the investment. When I was working in Jordan, they had this. I couldn't understand Arabic, but it was. They would be listening to the radio, and there was a lot of hatred and pain and revenge, with a lot of heavy metal. But heavy metal is little compared to that sound of how they speak, and they were just all sitting inside. So yeah, I work for the grandfathers. Uh, the tour, the man from the tour said he's from Palestine. The grandfather is one of the 50 richest in the Middle East. And he worked for the, I don't know what I never asked. They treat me very well, but the little I knew, I had to report to M15 or M16. I had to report. They're getting nannies, so children speak Spanish. They're getting Spanish nannies. They're studying Spanish, so they get inside Europe through Spain because they can only make business with Spanish people in Europe, and to buy Spanish people in America as well. So I had to report it. It was an obligation. Both the mother and the father told me a little like if it was a confession, um, as to forgive them, no? Because there was a lot of empathy. I had a lot of love for the family, so I never said their names or last names. But still, um, And there are many families who already have on their 20s. They know Spanish. They study in the university. So Spain. So this they're investing. So there should come no more Muslims. There should be on the surroundings of these countries of war. There should be created their oasis or marches into villages or whatever they want to do, and be in peace with the rich people of the Muslim world to, because I guess the Jews have no land of their own, but that mountain that's psychotic. Like, yes, because 3,000 years ago, because this, for 3,000 years, they're gonna be like this forever in the future as well. Nothing new. Like, yes, yes, yes. Yeah, yeah, yes, I read that in the Bible. Yes. Fantastic. You go, go. And then wash your hands. Yes. Wash your hands because you're holy. Yes, right. He thinks he's the coming of the Messiah, the president of Israel. The psychotic. But of course, with all the money from the Rothschilds. So fascinating. It's actually history. Because of course also the people from Quran, they have also their, the one is going to be the king of all. Wow, men have psychosis. It's proven through the testosterone studies in the university. Psychosis. There you go. Go. There you go. Go. So you cannot enjoy the belly dancing, nothing. They're getting worse and worse. And the more fanatic, the more psychotic the man, the worse the woman also. You cannot say, yes, I love belly dancing. And the woman, no, with all the dark clothes, dark ghosts there in the middle of the Christian continent. There you go. Yes. Taking over the land here as well. Because if they have to go somewhere, right? What is this? Because it's the British colony. So because eventually one will what? Transform into Christianity? I mean, I love the Arab world, but it's fascinating. But it's out of order. It's out of order. Gosh, thanks God my neighborhood is from India. Fabulous food. My God. What what people are gonna say? The Jews that are not Orthodox at least have a little more of imagination. But the Arabs have no imagination. They say, oh, but they're making these tricks to make people believe because in the Bible, because it's that's like a metaphor. What metaphor? Like poetry. They say, then you have imagination, like a way of expressing. Yeah. Like, what would you believe that's true? Where do you think that people believe that's true? That's because so yeah, but on those times, of course, they believed because they had no TV. But don't you have imagination? Because I'm telling him once again, that's why you're so square. Where are you? You're there in 2,000 years ago. It's okay. You want to do like that, like 2,000 years? Go do it. It doesn't matter. I wish I wear a robe every day. But this war has to stop. Finish. it's gonna explode. I sometimes think it's gonna explode, and the people from Iran are gonna send another bomb to Israel, and everyone's gonna be in shock, like, oh my God. And then North Korea, I don't know what is North Korea gonna do, because I don't know. North Korea was gonna send a bomb. North Korea is gonna go like, beep, beep, beep. I don't know. It's just, nobody's messing with North Korea, right? But just because it should keep his bombs just in case, because it's a very little country. But why Iran says they're making nuclear bombs, like if it's petrol. Also, in India, didn't allow the Muslims from Iran and certain countries to enter the ashram of India, because he said in the future they will be checked for 4 generations where they come from. Otherwise, they could not enter. And in the ashram, they have to be checked 4 generations, because they have too much hatred and do dynamic meditation. They have, it's just. So I was painting yesterday and before yesterday, and just writing letters to my spiritual mother, my kids and their families, mother-in-law, preparing for my daughter that is coming. It will be beautiful. But all these rituals, because people do believe in these things. The pedophilia, the rituals they have, they think they're going to have prophecy, Clive Roberts, to foresee. Says, go do meditation. Go and alter your brain, singing chants with the priest or the nuns. Put yourself fully into that task, and you will see how you can go clear, see-through. But what is it that you really want to see? If you are not humble enough to just get a grip of this reality as it is. So we have this, we have that, we have the other. That's good. They're merging. There's some good news. The tech titans are merging over here. Woo! Bravo! Bravo! So something is moving there, like, so less pain here. Less pain. Whew. Whew. You're going to help certain movements. The Christians are going to help the Jews, no matter if, you think you are the Messiah coming. It doesn't matter. We support you anyways. Because here's where the money is. We have a little territory here, a little bit in control, I guess, because we're allies. And that's how you dominate the world. Yes, that's how you. It's very heavy, because again, so it's very important to exercise the sports of mediating and trying to get a conversation with your opposite, as well as you are, to get away from inner wars and just try to project in the outside to conform. I wish every nation gets united to do the best for their country. Who doesn't? It's not like a big thing that I just said. I'm not gonna talk about politics this year. So I'm very happy that I did my move, and that same things are moving as well. So I still don't find my ritual because I'm adjusting. Um, I don't know if to keep this space. It has good places to film. It's just I thought it's better. I just get an iPhone and just try to celebrate life and film around. Just try to move away, move out, go places. That's what I thought. So be putting some books away and just accept the failure of making so many business cards for nothing. I thought, well, I could always rent this place again and just do it. Oh, that was my logo. So yeah, that was my business card. These ones are others. It just says hello. Hello. Or hello. There you go. They have their colors. That's for the ladies. Because then, yeah, they're pretty. I got so many. It's incredible. So I need professionals to, because my mind is not well. I think my mind is still recovering from so much. These ones are cute because I carry it in my pocket. And it has a little pouch. So when they stole everything of me, I still had this with me. Because I was coming from work. So I did them again. They have quotes, just a quotes there. The quotes are already made in their website that they make these business cards. But this one doesn't have my logo. There is nothing like a dream to create the future by Victor Hugo. It has different quotes. Everything you can imagine is real. I would love to role play again and have stories. So I thought in this office it's not intimate for me to do any story, because I still can do any story that doesn't say anything really. But at least let my friends to know I'm somewhere, just like their stories. Well, I made other designs to test. It would be better to pay someone that stays here. Well, I was going to write the document. My brain right now is busy studying the life in the United Kingdom, so I can pass that test again. So, well, it's very easy. I don't know why you didn't do it before. And it's interesting. They did have a question for recycling. One. But I'm only in the half of the book. So it's good. So I have learned things that I didn't even know in my democratic countries. I've lived in democratic countries and I didn't know certain things. So it was good to know. I wish to say that for next week, the scenario is dancing or dance. So Osho used to say that if you can celebrate death, you can transform anything. So I don't know if in church I can pray, because I don't know when I'm going to sleep. I'm really late. I pray in Spanish because it was how we used to pray every day. But I'm afraid of going crazy. It just feels so bad, so bad that I just do our Father, Padre nuestro que estás en los cielos. So it's like a promise to Father to bring heaven on earth. That's it. To be, it was a chant starting school, and we all felt really good, integrated to do that. It's a good, it's a good, it's good, it's a good one. Psychologists would mention that you can decode the Our Father prayer, and it has a wall symbolism of a good life. And she broke it down and brought the meaning of it, psychologically speaking as well. So Jesus said that was the only prayer that was needed, that there was no need for more. And as a poet or a writer, of course, you like to make your own. Other masters have said, don't insult that person because you just said that person was not praying correctly. And that was not a prayer. And that was the prayer that came from that person, from its heart. Now you broke that person's heart and spirituality. So it's better the person is just praying with a prayer. And when they teach to be therapists, they want to tell people to learn how to feel the other, not to impose how to heal or transform, but to listen to the other and accept the other is more important than how to do this technique. That could come later, but not before. Um, it's kind of like my stories are prayers. That's what I thought. Where I could, it's just like I wish we could form why people are afraid of in their concept is losing. But sooner we know that they will transform. They will step forward to forgive, because this is an evolutionary. Just need to evolve. I'm sorry, you're stuck in the first testament. Wake up. And the Arabs are way back. Sorry, it's not funny, but really, it's like, really? That's it? That's it? No imagination. It's like spiritually, like spiritually, yes, he has transcended. No, because you're gonna see Yahweh, then Allah doesn't exist. Because you cannot see him. Like, you're gonna fight with me. You're gonna fight. Never fight with me. Because then you will feel more frustrated, more stupid. And you will hate to laugh if you're laughing about yourself as well. You will be like, no, I need to make a better story to make it believe. Just to go a little more insane. No. Yes. That's okay in fantasy role play. We're not there to the public domain. Hello. Hello. You're crossing over. Get back. Get back. They're going to think you're crazy. Hey. Excuse me. This is not like he's just a composer. Yes, he's a composer. He's a composer. Well, if he's the Antichrist, I'm telling you the truth. You just tickle him. Let him come out to the light. Tickle him. Talk with him. Talk with him in the light. Laugh with him. He needs to be free. Stop. He's under all this circle of judgment, pretending to be perfect because he was judged. So I don't know, but the Antichrist, if the Antichrist comes out, he wouldn't be an evil, but it's just making a story that is like, let's get old, because I was watching these YouTube videos about the 3 days of darkness. So I mean, my imagination goes like, woo, with the hobbits, with the elves, with the Lord of the Rings, with science fiction, any movie, you bring it on. Star Wars, whatever. Just, okay, let's do that. Hey, let's do the biblical verse. Okay, woo, let's go to Atlantis. There I am in the library, in the section, studying the oceans. Well, now they're all. But well, so that story would be just like, that's what we should do, just in case. So we don't have all these horrors. Because anyways, like, just let's make believe these guys are the Messiah, right? So they all explode. Because the Catholic saints or priests, nuns, they have all this. The other one was about, but this seriously touched me, because the temples are going to be destroyed. So I'm like, that's it, Israel. But Osho also said about it's best for Israel an atomic bomb, because they're never going to stop. And logically, that is the best thing. So I would just really, I'm sorry, just poof and finish. Because we need to create in this world, and we don't need all these dramas. And they have to know that. No more drama. not for the Israeli, not for the Jews, not for all these, for none. That's it. Go there after the bomb, go and take it. Punishment from God. Because that's what would happen, I think. I think logically, as a role player and moving all these things, if they bomb all this and say you're going to enter the world, whatever, then Iran is going to throw their bomb or something. I don't know. Of course, because they're not going to want to attack over their country. They wouldn't do it because the Arab people don't care about their own people. I mean, they never did. They treat people like slaves. They're the last in this world that care about their own people. That's why they are the way they are, I guess. Africans, at least, are together. They eat together. They are more tribal together, like more. And we need to go back to that tribal, ritualistic essence of, I think, the times of Jesus was more romantic because it was special. They were the first ones. And throughout 500 years, they were rebels. So they were more passionate about it. And they were terrorists. They were terrorists, the first Christians. Like, I love to say that to I love to say that to some Christians. They're like, no, Christians there were good, very good people. No, we were terrorists for 500 years. Yes, we are rebels. We just shopheads come out from the lost city of Petra, where the Christians would hide. They were chopping heads because they killed Jesus. That because they killed Jesus, and with all that martyrhood, that's how the Roman Empire said we have to do something here, and they got the Jews also. Okay, let's make this deal because the Jews are very good for business. There we go. And then all these obsessive characters behind pushing the Bible again, because they knew how to write and have this. Those were the times. And the church is going to continue the same. But there's so many people in this world, because when I was out of my school or the Christian world, and I could see like, oh my God, like these people need some Catholic education. They don't know how to, they don't have education, I guess, because, even if you are a narcissist and don't have empathy because, lack some chemistry in your body, you lack something, whatever. At least you have an education, so you can do the math, yeah. Shouldn't do that yet. But those are the educated narcissists, because I guess in this society people are not serious with their children. They don't have the time to give them the attention to educate them. I was writing a letter to the family of my children, and they're very happy because they moved to a bigger house, and my daughter explained me the rooms they got. And I heard my daughter, and she feels hurt, and then she doesn't write to me. So I know, because it's very painful. So we share this pain. I give her this pain, and she's just telling me because she said that they will pay them a trip when they finish high school and have to go to college to see their family, because they saw so many gifts that came that they must be afraid they're going to lose them. Or so I wrote them a letter today explaining them. Just allow your love to burn in a hug. Like, don't think there are limitations. Don't stop comparing, wanting to win. And explain in the letter, because maybe they're not going to give the letter to them, but at least I did it. I did the letter to them. And I also wrote a letter to the brother they have a brother. So that we have sometimes an extended family and we have people who care. I told to the brother that he has agents from the government. I said agents because sounds better for a kid. Every person that works in the government is sort of an agent. It's good to have agency. And I told him that we learn and pick character traits from the people we like to have that. So, and there are people who care. And I said, I care as well. That's why I sent you that big dragon to paint, each one a dragon. And I hope they share with you, but because they stopped me from seeing my children because I sent something to the brother. So I don't see my children because of that. But it's never been reported, the reason. So I do have a lot of pain in my heart myself. Some people feel contempt to see others suffer. They feel superior, that they're luckier, that they know more, that they deserve better. But you never know where I come from. To want to transform something. Because of course, you don't know the stories behind. You only know what you heard or what you should think. And it's okay. You would have the freedom to think whatever you want. I'm here so you could see beyond what I say clearly. What is it that's meaningful, that's clear out of this? I cannot tell you, believe in me because of this. And this is like this because of this. I can tell you for role play, for action, for doing things in our own movements. That start with gathering, and these gatherings are like ritualistic because it's a job, it is an operation that takes over and it gets contagious. So this is just starting to get like to a boiling to a point of boiling. It's getting to a point of boiling. And you will notice, that's it. There they are, creating and sharing and dancing and constructing. And it's just like that, poof, everywhere. And it's beautiful. And the churches can continue, but it needs a little bit more of happiness, right? Many people need to feel guilty because they don't have consciousness to know this is bad. This is good. This is bad. Hello? This is bad. This is good. Now, you cannot castrate society, because if then we will come to a point where we cannot, there won't be children because it's a sin. It's kind of like, I can understand from the perspective of being celibate, that's sin. I can understand that totally, but you have to be totally like in that state, like, to understand that, or to be a child to understand that, or to be very old to understand that. Because people really go on and on and on, like if that's the whole story. That's all about it. It's only about that. It's like, well, big deal. You can do it until you burn, until you get tired. They talk about morale, promiscuity, but castrating a society is more dangerous than letting the youth explore where they're going to be with, being honest with their heart and senses. Or I don't think every society can do that. That's, I guess, something cultural as well. It just takes time. You're not just gonna bump out with the first person that you could. But to suppress the heart is to become more greedy. And it works very well. When one stops the mind, is thanks to doing many types of meditations without drugs. It takes many years, sometimes lives. And if you're in an environment that is not taking care of your mind, you lose that. I have lost the celebrative silence within, because there are many, it's like a perfume, that silence. It has many heights and depth. Like when you go to a certain library or another, or one church of another. I used to enter to every church. I had to enter to study the scenario, the neighborhood, the characteristics. I would also sit. I go more to church when there is nobody there, because I don't like people smells. I don't like people eat pig meat. They're also fat, and even if they're skinny, they smell like dry corpse. people don't know how they smell really, but my nose will get stuck. But sometimes if I smell it, is I just walk off. So that's it. So when I went to church, everyone smelled very nice or of nothing, and everyone dressed very nice. So it was the whole thing, and it had to be very different that I stayed, and I would just like the evangelists sing or things like that. So I just kind of really listen because it's new. But it's beautiful to feel the silence and to just be receptive. Not really looking for anything, just that. That's a home. In Christianity, they call it peacefulness. In India, they call it enlightenment. But it's most of peacefulness because one needs to celebrate as well and know that things are working well and good. So it is good to see that people are not afraid of losing their love and their possessions or whatever they have, they think. They really think they're going to lose everything if they love or allowed another to be loved. But I mean, in paramount by its work. I think it would be nice for the priests and nuns in the church to welcome those who want to do mansions into villages and allow the youth to also read a piece of the Bible, or a child as well. Pick someone to read a piece of the random whatever, or help the kid to read aloud so they know how to do speech. So everyone is more alert. They could pick them, something like that. Something a little more like exciting. But that's the ritual that's been done forever. So well, it's okay. But I was lucky because I would go to the Cathedral of St. Paul, and that's like, hell no, you're not going away. It's so beautiful. The other one, the beautiful, so beautiful. I had I had to eat lentils, so it was not enough to go in the bus. I don't like to feel guilty that I have to go to church because for me, God can be everywhere or anywhere. But it is true that some places have special energy. Like, I don't feel at home where I am. Where I was, yes, it was, I would call it a portal of imagination. But I didn't feel my roommates to be part of home. So tomorrow I will bring this paper to see this work. I should write about the document as well. It's hard to try to make things better when you're seeing this news. What can you do that is possible to do so one feels better than just complaining and talking about history? If we can get together to celebrate the good ideas that can be promoted everywhere that could be needed, so we can get more connected in real life, and to learn how to debate with the arts into a climax. It's not easy, but one cannot go there to preach. People have to work and sweat their way to value. Just work. I mean, the sweat of a normal work that's worth it to go to sleep because you did it. You work. Today I was eating such a nice dish because it was my favorite, my mother's favorite as well in India, the thali. So don't worry, I will bring you. I will bring you. He brought me a bigger one. He said, "Is this a special dali?" And he said, "It's a delightful dali." I said, "Well, that's better than special." And he said, "Yes." But when I was eating it, I was thinking, what did I do to deserve such a good food? I never thought I would think of that. That was my afterthought. So I don't believe in a God that wants to make us miserable. So we appreciate because you can be as happy eating like that every day, and I know that from being with abundance and love around. Yeah, that would be a good storyline. Okay, if you see the Antichrist coming, we just make him dance and celebrate, come to the light. Everything is gonna be okay. And there are all these messiahs that think to be the messiahs, but actually Antichrist. Just yeah, but just stop investing in wars. But which is where everything explodes. That's it. Just pray. Buy a candle of wax, beeswax, and pray. I'm ready to buy it. But you think like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the kingdom of heaven like this. This is what happened when you are listening to YouTube. But one thing I would like to know is what was everything that this nun wrote about the river Styx? Because that was something I just found recently. I found it funny because I thought, well, I had other ideas that were crazy, but this one is totally crazy. But it's a good story. It's a good story. It's a good story. I have other ideas, but with the river Styx, it was, well, that's funny. But well, the river Styx is a character that the way it sounds, but for me as an author that writes stories, I would really just say, just write the Third Testament, so we don't have more apocalypses and all this. For the people that already live in heaven, know how to forgive, and are not really like talking bad about others. One thing is to slow someone down so someone can do the job. But now this person is stuck on that one because he's stubborn and he has to do it his way. Right. He's a brat. He's a brat. Oh, whatever he wants. He was born to be king. Just let him. He's our boy. He's our boy. Yes. You're the best. You're gonna be it. Yes. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. So who knows? Maybe he thinks he's the Antichrist. He is a performer and he doesn't care because he's a brat. He's making fun out of himself. But this is what you do when you are role playing with your characters. It's not. In real life, you shouldn't be doing this as if it's you. But will people understand this a character? Oh, that's really you. Like, no, people, like, you're mixing things, it's breaking the rules of role play and real life, because there are boundaries. Otherwise, you're starting to touch craziness. That's delusional. It's considered, it doesn't fit to the tissue reality of real life. So that has to be in accordance within the laws of imagination. Because, yeah, okay, quantum theory, and that you can program and see how you're going to get there. As you could program anything with your agenda, or sort of, maybe. The thing is that whether it's past lives or this whatever creature, it's like, I'm gonna use it. No, don't do it. Don't role play, because then it's just gonna go crazy. It's gonna take serious. And this is real life. Okay, this is real life. No, I am not the goddess Styx. Hello. No. God, my father's a writer. I'm a writer after my father. God, what's that? Because I'm a woman? Because if I was a man, nobody would be saying these things, right? And him, well, he's crossing over because he can't get out of his place. So that's his literature. He's talking about himself. He can get out of himself. He can go out, have fun, because then he will lose everything. Because he has to play this role for all of you. Yeah? And then go, and then whatever. Because he was a kid, because he was naive. I mean, but what is this? It's a good story, though. It's a very good story. But I think it's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. He's just having a laugh with his audience, freaking some people out with his expression. There's so much. Because if I have to tell stories, I really think he was incarcerated for a long time. I mean, it should have been a minor petty crime. I mean, not even a crime. That was a crime, like sleeping with other women. That was a crime before. So all these women around him, and I really think the I really think that hatred comes from somewhere else to prove himself that he now can write as much as he wants and make these stories because that's all he wished to do, or compose music. I don't know what it was. If you have to make up a story for that. But he was punished by this controlling woman, more than one. And there would be one that would get away with him, and there was other that was not involved. These stories, and then the other one who was also uh, trapped. But these are repetitive. It's like, oh my God, like people can do whatever they want with their lives, really. You can imagine, not imagine. I said, well, it could be like James Joyce. Yeah, he could dive and swim into madness and write his stories. Not like his daughter who had schizophrenia. That's what Sigmund Freud said. She would drown into it, the emotions. But the writer from Ireland, James Joyce, could just. But some school of psychiatry thinks he had schizophrenia as well. But he will write about it. But that's because he was writing in first person. But you find a lot of joy when you tell the stories in first person, because it's like you are reliving a life that had never existed, maybe existed, maybe not. But that's storytelling. You don't take it so seriously. That's part of the play when you're acting as well in a theater. Hopefully for the ones who are educated, because some people are too orthodox and I think, oh no, they want to another world that's evil. So well, it might be for some people that believe in evil, then that it is evil to have imagination. The wilderness of imagination has dangers to note for the world of consciousness. But I think without meditation, where you can look at the movements of the mind, because that's hardcore. It's like going to the military to train the mind, to see when you change the emotion, when you change, now you're suddenly dancing when you were like crying and promoting all your body before crying and shouting. You had to go through a process of breathing to look into your dream zone, because you just woke up to do that meditation. So it's like the monks sing in the night, they wake up after 3 hours, so this alters their brain because it's still in a dream zone. So, and they're singing more, so they trespass through layers of delusion and memories from their life, and they pray on this a lot. So, but these monks are in the monastery and have no connection with the outside world. So it's easier. The energy gets concentrated. It doesn't dissipate. So it can go deeper and be elaborated to understand, just to understand, to see. The meditator, the witness remains. It is a witness that remains in meditation, in silence, beyond your senses. It's not the senses, but beyond. It could be the senses to some sense. And you want to be there, and you want to be with people that are in that level as well. Like, they can understand you without having to talk so much. I was like, thank you, finally. Talk about things that really matter. It is true there is a big way of communism that wishes that is anti-colony, but the colony doesn't exist anymore. We have perfumes now and new fragrances to share and yet to be discovered. We have ultra space to conquer. To conquer each other as well. To be an explorer is also part of being a scientist, an experimentalist, and or a theorist. So you gotta be both if you're a role player. You're gonna be talking all the time. It should be illegal. I thought, oh, well, that may be nice. I get paid for talking. But I was thinking, how can I make money in YouTube just really talking about what? Because I don't have anyone following me. Because probably people do to have money in YouTube. It's like I will have to take people's content. Yeah. There's a lot of curry. It would be nice to. It would be nice to see that ritual happening from one another, not just posting. I guess that's the way people have to create content and content to keep having viewers and being relevant. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have been thinking about that in order to forget about everyone. 'Cause I don't have a reality that exists. What I want is way more than what I know is way more. So I want to thank those who think that I hate them until last breath, because they're gonna die one day. I really, really do. So, well, let's celebrate death. Then it's a ritual, because the more we can dance today and pray, the more happy we might be too for the day we die. Some sadists who love genocide are gonna be like, yeah. Just don't worry. In their case, they will be all under our creed. And there will be people fearing authority and superpowers and super millionaires. They're in control. It's like, yes, they're in control. I don't think so, because the joy is going to make a drop. People are going to realize from so much role play and having an ordinary life, finding the balance. Because when you get out of your ego, the more you enjoy your life as it is, the more you say thank you. Even if you have nothing, even if you have nothing at all, and you see people happy, families happy, people working happy, people expressing, learning to express themselves, even though they're nasty. They're learning. So if you're nasty, be nasty for a good reason. Okay, that's what my main character would say. So, oh, because I'm the goddess of hatefulness, it doesn't mean that I am hating all the time. It takes something really big, like a titanic war, for me to get the hatefulness going. I already have a river. I'm too busy flowing, like I'm not just flowing, man. I'm flowing like 9 times at a time. Like, excuse me. Like that, I don't hate really like that much. But of course it's fun. Hate me. I'll get more powerful. Because Styx is a character that's a provocateur. And she is like she makes fun out of making people mad, hateful, mad. Because there are many types of mad. And if you get playful with that, you find the rhythm, because you are taking layers of hatefulness away from your own repressions, but repressions that have been historical, biblical, monumental throughout all your DNA. So I am not here to say to destroy these monuments and temples. Hello, I'm not the Antichrist. And if he is, you have to dance and make him tickle and say, yeah, God forgives. You're not the devil. It's okay. Don't worry. You're not the Antichrist. No, you're so sweet. Look at you. You can be a naive child. It's okay. Who doesn't like fire? Anyways, it's okay. You like the pop. You like the singers from America. You can do them all. You love when they sing songs to you. They're heartbroken. Yeah. She likes to be a queen one day. Let's make everyone happy. You go. Do whatever you want. You're not an antichrist. Oh, yes, you are. Oh, no, yes, I am. Just enjoy your life. It's fascinating how much love one person can have. Like, it's amazing. It's kind of like, I can understand. Catherine, she has a good life. I mean, she's beautiful. She has everything a person could desire. And a beautiful prince there for her. And she's a princess. And we're all humans, so at least she's bringing a smile to the people and making them feel proud of being British or from United Kingdom or the Commonwealth. It's just They need a little more of character, but there are many countries more important than Meghan Markle and Harry. Do you think? Has anyone said that? No, because they know whatever they want. They just have to go to the charities and be the front of the magazines. That's it. Yeah, let the world burn. They're gonna enjoy it anyways. I know the love for the kings. I know because I love kings is something that's like, yeah, we love to spoil them. You're so cute. The ones from Spain, especially the Princess Leonor, the Princess Sophia, all of them. So cute. Look at that. The Queen Sofia. El Rey Juan Carlos de Borbón. Oh, he's coming from the Middle East. I'm the Spanish. Viva el Rey! So well. That's another ritual for some of us. Whatever side you are, whatever your role is, to enjoy your part of the ritual, whatever ritual it is. Some people are Muslim. Today, my landlord said, there's no better religion than the Hindu. And I was, yeah, but Christian too, because if I have to step for one, I have to step for Christian. That's when he said, later, here's a church near here. I said, yeah, because I went to another one and it smelled good. But it was full. The church was full. It's actually near here. Yeah, 1 block back here. It's a nice church, though. You have to really live there forever, but if you have to choose, you can choose. You can choose. It's not easy, I guess, to be running a church and tell people what to do. How can you tell people to take a shower, to not smell, to put deodorant? What do you know? Maybe they did put deodorant. Maybe it's my OCPD. Probably. But sometimes I feel like I'm inspecting the church, but I make them believe because I want to go. It's starting to smell. Plus, I am new in the church, so for me, it's easy to go out. I don't feel guilty. So, well, it's full, thanks God. Nobody will see me that I just walk out because I won't feel insulted. And I already, when I'm going in the back of the church, it's because I'm already smelling. Some people think that I'm going to say my sins there for them, so they criticize me. Yeah, right. I forgive you. Well, so I wish to make a story with sticks for all the people that are dying, but then I think, oh, they're gonna think that I am whatever. Blah, blah, blah. But sometimes it's my form of a prayer. So then I was thinking, just pick another character, pick another card. No, I cannot do this because of that, and I cannot do this because of that, and I cannot do this. I have to create new characters. I don't know. People have their lives. So, well, just looking a way to move on with life that is productive. My children, whatever is greater or lesser, is never going to be the same. This is not how I want to be. So never get comfortable with love. Love has to flow. Love is like a divine river that has to flow. It can be an ocean, it could be the darkness of space, into the unknown of the other, in that sense of darkness. Of course, they say darkness is bad, but in that sense, I wonder what, because there was more writing from the nun about the sticks to listen to her. And the Vatican has the letter. They only share one paragraph on YouTube. The nun from Sicily. I would like to know. There are many people doing good things. There's so many good people. I can't wait to see them all on internet. I think TikTok could be a great platform for that as well. For mansions into villages where people can see what they're doing. You could just put this country and see the town also. And people, how they're doing this. Get to know people from around the world. I guess through different platforms as well. Fortunately, all I have to give has been little because people are not used to be generous with their lives. Want to be bickering online with the arts, the giving arts, the only possibilities. Because it's like a therapy for some to be expressing, just shouting, blaming others without a passage to solve things, to meet face to face, to bring the solutions. What is the fear? I want to know the themes and the people you have problems with. I want to see the name, last name, and all these problems you have with this person. Or at least if you can talk with that person to come to a solution, at least in your mind and in the minds of those who listen to you, that could be doing something good for this world that's real. It doesn't bother anyone. It's just a few. There are, 8 billion? Because I think 8 years is going to be like 9 billion, just like that. Poof. With the people who have less culture and education. So the hatefulness that is unconscious is the most sickening, and if there is rage that's divine, that is conscious, it's just a source of energy that can solve things. You cannot solve things going all pinky, like, yes, we're going to do this. Yes, we're going to invest more in work because we're allies forever. Yes, we're going to do the right thing. We're going to make them more hateful. They like to be hateful. Yeah, let's more invest in, let's make this worth 20 years more. Yes, 20 years more. Yeah, the people of America invest in more war. Tech titans, yeah, invest in more. I believe the tech titans could just take over the world and forget about people in the government one day, because they're going to continue doing the same things. It would be fabulous that they make a turn of politics one day. All politics is not what was writing to be. It's just a show so people think that their votes matter. It's a show that's ugly, a show that is disgusting. It was never meant to be this way. So it's time to brush all this out. The best thing that could happen is nuclear bombs to all these leaders. Unfortunately, some of our best temples and places as well. Unless we start with this, that some are starting, but we also have inner problems, inner conflicts, and those are to be solved as well. Each political party should support each other as well. Each Congress, each parliament is never going to change, because they're still living in the defense mechanism of the. So it's part of our biology. How many cells die and are reborn? How much energy are we burning as we move on? Do we really need this form of energy? We could be playing, role-playing. We could really do something great. With men who think to be superior, with psychosis. There were rituals in Greece where it started to change from generation to generation. But the women were together and they call each other sisters, the sisters of Vesta. And that's where the sisters of the nuns come from. The nuns, the sisters, the sorority. Women need to be more together. These rituals where women are together, they take care. They take care of the house, of the family, of the church, of the community. They are the backbone of our society. And because now people live in different countries and many families have split. People go to the great cities or to study somewhere else. So these times have changed. And we need to recover those reunions to promote green energy as a ritual. Those should be more here as a civilian of a democratic country to learn how to talk. Nobody's telling you how to learn how to talk. There are many questions here that say again and again, as they are, you have to share with your society, yeah, with your, they don't tell you like that you have to, but it's been 3 times already, and that's very nice, with your locality. That is part of being a citizen. So that's part of being a Christian, supposedly, as well. But ladies do that. Man can do also for sports, but now we are becoming more alone, just with the internet. Too much individualism. And I wonder for my children, because I know how it is to be online all the time. I'm getting ready to be with my children to disconnect from internet. What is this? To be more alive, more dynamic. So, and maybe role play, tell story instead of watching TV. That's it. Pick characters. And just know that my work is being worth it. That is working. That would be amazing to see that I wouldn't feel guilty, because it's procreating and it's safe to be safeguarded, because there are people who also believe in protecting the laws of the wilderness of imagination in order to mediate better, study better, be a better person as well, understand the roots, why so many people have chosen to be Christian from other religions when they had all their lives to study other religions and change. What was it that made it so powerful? I still think that people deserve to be free and explore and marry with true love, of course, to have a fair divorce if you feel you're going to die, or that will help for people to not be perverts, as long as they are not ejaculating on people and not being responsible for the children. If man and woman want to do it, it should be sacred. They should never, no one should look at any other person down because it's trying to do its life without hurting others. In my belief, there is no more prostitute, worse prostitute, the many wives, because man and woman don't know what they're doing. And it is a freedom to know, be part of that horrendous manipulation where you have to run away and create another persona and then maintain this other character. And hear all these things like, gosh, don't talk to me about your husband, don't talk to me about your wife. Like, I'm coming to see you, man. Like, really? Like, I'm not married yet. Don't talk bad about, like, it's like, really? Or all these things that, and then maybe you see one couple that is married and they're telling you, yeah, because now this, that, what I find that very sweet. Because they're telling me how they're understanding each other after so many decades. That's great. I don't think it's always perfect, but there must be a communion with God, with something that's beyond you. Can be obsessed all the time about your husband or wife. What is this? Ugh, get out of here. And then looking down at other people. Disgusting. Ugh, get out of here. Get out. Get out. Because it makes them feel like they're special. It's like, yeah, and you have the right to say what? You don't have any rights to say anything about anything to anyone. You have not even conquered yourself, your life. What have you done beyond yourself? Is to say that you have safe life, that you have free people. I mean, really free, not that, yeah, they go this and that. Spiritually, they have found paradise within. Well, that's not how to fight better, get more bombs. It's good to know where we come from. And I wanted to know because I was constructing this little story from the Delphi, the Oracle of Delphi, the High Priestess, where it was created in Delphi. The Oracle Delphi was created by the god Apollo. And Apollo is known to be the god of the arts and prophecy. The city of Delphi was the nest of a civilization. And they were the ones who would channel. Women were in power as priestess. But they wouldn't tell you what to do. They would tell you as people would figure out later what it meant. It was a riddle. So, so whatever. I don't know. I've written books about Delphi and all this research for a character. But what I know is that for Apollo, who would favor a child that was within the school of the pedophiles. All right. So there is all ancient belief that it's good to be a pedophile because it will become an artist and someone who has the sixth sense. And this is what trauma does to people. It is true because they need to express themselves. But any person in this world doesn't know how to express themselves. So it's a global truth. Yeah. Just work, get the food, thanks God. That's it. In other cultures, another God. Talk about our cultures. Christians don't talk about other cultures anymore. Poof! We have better problems to talk about. because we like to be the best. We will strive. But if we have to go back and then to tell the story from both sides, we will. Like Lawrence of Arabia. I think Lawrence of Arabia was to another. I made a character out of him from the actor in the movie that was playing Lawrence of Arabia for the lost city of Petra. He was called the Guardian Bandit. There was a role play to do with him. You had to ride with a horse through the deserts for 3 days in storyline. And those were 3 months or 3 years, I don't remember. In storyline is faster the time in virtual reality. So when you got there, it really felt like I should never share anything at all about role play because there's all these copyrights here who have to pay. And of course, I would love to have many people that work for me and give me things and do a decoration. So I have a good presentation for you, but I'm tired of talking about this. I'm just laughing inside because I have to love myself to do this, really. Because what is this? What is this? Enjoy your life. You love your wife, love her. You don't love your wife, it's okay. We all go through things, right? I have problems with my sister. I promise I don't talk. I don't even talk in therapy because I don't want people to know about my private life. Not even in therapy groups. Because it's like a taboo to talk bad about your family, really. How could you? But it's a good publicity, I guess, for the arts. Tired of talking random. This is be the worst channel in YouTube. I don't ever, if I continue like this, I guess I was thinking maybe mansions into village with the best of worlds would work better. Like sort of like expedition adventure of how would this work? How is it working? So that would be a preparation of the ritual for me closing this year of 2023 for the next year 2024 to expand. Liz, I know. So to dance will be next week, where we'll still 1 week ahead for ritual, for that which is around, for that which is the cover. So more prayers, I guess. It's nothing special really about me or what's going on. Nothing good to say, but that tech titans are merging. You can find that online yourself. We have an artist that is a genius online. Who's gonna be king? And his wife Supposed to be very grounded. Because, like, I think, how could you allow this to happen? You, you are not grounded. Something wrong. Something wrong. Something wrong. You should talk with your husband. Stop him. Go role play with him. Get some characters. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. What can you do? One is stuck in character, wants to be a queen, and the other one wants to be a monster online. Just freak people out and have fun making stories. So that is wonderful, I guess, for the generation of freedom of expression. If he does care to study the rules and the many, if he cares really, it's not all about narcissism. So he knows, but I guess he wants to be known in the future as a terrible king. So he's remembered, because the good kings are not remembered. So something terrible, like, yeah. Yeah, at least he has fun with it. But you go role play villains. They're the most fun. They're so funny. Go role play. If you want to role play, eventually, when your ego explodes, gets tired of being a super or whatever, you want to so crazy characters. They're so funny. They're so funny. This is making you laugh. It's because it's and then you go back to yourself and you understand that story crazy that you shouldn't be that, at least, but at least you're not hurting anyone. The problem when people start to believe that's true in real life, like, okay, maybe just give it 3 months, maybe it gets off its skin, yeah, like some actors get stuck in character. Just give it some time, because some roles you want to have with you because you love them so much, right? I guess for me it's very easy to out, but thanks to practicing dynamic meditation, where you switch your mind quickly to the next exercise. So it's not funny, but I should be vibrating on positive energy only. Maybe get a candle of wax just in case. It's never bad. It's never too bad. Don't think I could put a candle 24/7 hours unless I am there in the room with the candle. I shouldn't get paranoid about it. Should look towards I'm always thinking to disconnect totally, because the drama that people are sharing online is something that is part of the need and desperation to be understood from so many that are like lost souls in despair. And I know that from myself. Studying the river Styx on and on, on and on, and on. Studying on and on. There are many who are trapped between boundaries and are are not totally alive. So, well, I can wait to see this other speech that I have to see on YouTube. And maybe. Oh, just keep studying my book. That's all I have to do. Prepare for my daughter that's coming on November. So we go to some places in London. That's I don't think I will want to work in that store. The ladies are so lovely. I might drop them again the paper. I was feeling a relief to not have to go through the bicycle. I could go and just be realistic that I will need a job. So, well, just trying to think to be not so boring with myself and these videos as well. Before was fun because it was new. This is not. I'm also. My skin is getting nervous because I'm in this new home for 1 month and a half. I still don't know if to rent this studio, this place to film. And it's good to have a ritual. So that's the line that I thought to close with. I love rituals. It's part of OCPD. Is having your agenda and having children love rituals, knowing they're going to do that. They have the schedule. Children love their schedule. It has your sense of belonging. It has your totality, your motor going. And I always ask people how many years you're working here. I would like to guess whether I'm wrong or not. Today in that restaurant, I said, "Oh, only 1 year. Looks like you're working many years. They must treat you well." And she's like, "Yeah, because I thought you were the daughter of the." She says, "No, I work," and she feels very proud. But it's true that the more years you work in one place, the better you feel. The more years you are in one place. I'm kind of cyclic. I always go around. So that is in my it's another form of astrology that's called the human design. That is my. Each one has one form. I always believe in that of having like many bases around the world. At least I made that story in my imagination because we had trouble. We would live in different places. I would always miss a house that we had that was always the same for many years. Ay, 2 hours and 21 minutes. That's good. It's just started with a hiccup, so I'm breathing so it does not get a continuum. Oh, it got again. 21, 21. Again. So well, the hiccups are very ritualistic, always on time. Oh, again. Something to learn from here. Enjoy your life, enjoy yourself, enjoy your family. As I pray for you, pray for me that I am with my children as soon as possible. Thank you and bye.